to 2019, I resumed my PPA and all of that, but it still kept on coming. Like every month, I had to visit the hospital. I can no longer do things, and I was having constant headaches. Like it was terrible. Constant cough, constant sneezing. I could not concentrate. I always want to, like, stay alone. I don't want to associate with anybody. That's how weak I am. I always give them excuses at work. I don't want to, like, associate with anybody. But the funniest part is that each time I go to the hospital, they keep telling me that it's malaria and typhoid. And that's what I kept on treating from 2019 to 2021, that I broke down completely. But I knew within me that there's something wrong. After NYC, I went back home, and I always stay in my room and cry. I always ask God, like, what is going on with me? I cannot even stand. As at 2020, 2021, I was already reducing weight, like so many rashes on my face. I was losing color, like I could not explain it. So I decided to walk. If I go to work and within 2-3 hours I'll be tired, I can no longer walk, or my colleague is trying to tell me something I cannot remember, they will tell me to do this. I started losing concentration. In fact, my memory was even reducing, like, bit by bit. And I will still go to the hospital, they will tell me malaria and typhoid. And that's what I kept on treating. I'll get admitted, they will pass fluid and all of that. All I just noticed that each time they give me fluid, I tend to react so bad. At times, it will feel like as if I want to die. They will have to stop the fluid for me, not knowing that it was kidney issue. So it was later that I now discovered I had kidney issue that I got to know that I was not meant to be taking fluid. And then they kept on giving me all these pain relief medications that I don't want to mention their name, like all these analgesic kind of drugs. So all these things were just shutting down my kidneys the more, because along the line, they got to know that paracetamol was no longer working for me for my headache. So they kept on giving me higher drugs, like hard drugs, like to just beat it down. They didn't know what was going on. So each time I would just resign and just sit down at home because it was becoming embarrassing. Every other thing everybody's doing, they are not tired, I'll be tired. Instead of me to stand up, I want to sit down. Even in church, I always want to sit down. I don't want to stand up. My parents started complaining that what's wrong with me, this, that. I just don't want to do anything. I just want to lie on my bed. I was just always weak. So 2021, I decided to, like, give it a try again. And I decided to work in Lagos. But luckily for me this time around, it was in the hospital because I studied microbiology. So day 1, day 2, I collapsed just like that. I was already tired and I was rushed to the emergency. And that was where they got to know that I was hypertensive. Funny enough, I was just wondering, why is it that I'm just knowing, like, since 2018 that I've been feeling this? If I didn't even cross my mind that they should check my blood pressure ever since I've been going to the hospital.